yesi ya Coup esi Côte d'Ivoire ama mampani no kura yesi ya je na ku no ebisi wa dwane ebisi ya man house arrest chesa ni ensem bebre fe soja pani wo mo soja fo nyina army ene what they say navy air force wo mo pani a wadama no yesu ye ba chi no ene ensem de social media fo wo mark bi pa entiano ne ye ba be kosuwe na ye hu sade asem no emu no kura esite pa na ye ba international relations expert wo bia ye ka global village a one day say egunesem te say dansem te say kosuya ehne fa na wo de Farouk Wahab ebefa wo dana pusu no kura azawa wo be tro de asibia na ne ho na ye kure brother senior brother ma akwa abade ba NGTV ne ye radio stations ne social media so nyina awie yi that's pa ye kwati ya yesi Côte d'Ivoire ye ha ye nche ha ya Coup asi aye wuhu ayem hihia aba senior ede na asi wadawruma kiremu.
First of all, Côte d'Ivoire as aliens ho when a coup be anywhere as Côte d'Ivoire, it is not true. Problem about Côte d'Ivoire about last week. There were 2 demonstrations simultaneously in between a day 2. And you who say, as a baby capra. First of all, walk another demonstration via Yapugon. Yapugon, I'll put it in Ghana as a shaman. And I say, I put it like Naswa. The dense populated of the combination of middle class and the lower class income people. And certain shops, workshops, fitters, mechanics, body trade professionals, Yapugon, in the large community of truck stations. Now the truck drivers agitation is not more than which had to do with revenue management, first be and official, and first, and we are not over so much here. Côte d'Ivoire, that was in the Juma, abandoning Tiasse. So they were demonstrating, and the demonstration are no more. When I said, that was the one police moved in and started to give warning shots. That was a demonstration by air drivers. Second demonstration was the fact that Côte d'Ivoire you align go. Alasan Ouattara had first 2 terms, which was 10 years from 2000. Person could win in 2 terms. Alasan Ouattara Etimatra Eko the 15th year, which is 3 terms. On Sako, the 4th term, which is 20 years. The break is now on the 2 around the world, United Nations, only France, only Africa, say, or quarter term. The same thing allows some water. We try the 2 terms, you know. They do not have body and compare uncountable best. But democracy in Africa is different. If you good democracy, so and what quarter term, or circle 4 term, and also when you sign a 10 year. Lemon, the Institute Electoral Commission, not what directly we say 1. Laurent Gbagbo, the FFDI, the party, the Front Democratic of Ivoria. How many ballot box need to be, ballot paper need to be? Because Laurent Gbagbo has 7 prison sentence. The German contested. And the 2, strong young, our man last Awata president or exile, or Burkina, and in call for that party, Emmanuel president in exile. I'm also going to show a party in MSB. When I said it, I'm also come and MSB. They would class, they would be student leader on any course of Holland. They would start a party on my name. So, women or no Laurent Gbagbo, the party there. I don't know the point. I mean, the parties are last Ouattara articulated and getting it. And the only demonstration power, say. Until say, Alasan Ouattara Bema Pai, I'm an electoral commission, signed depending in Maso, women challenge Alasan Ouattara. Alasan Ouattara feared, he said, so multi party, no, small parties, minority in our Kabupa. One bit may defeat you. The Konwanga San party now or the bay election win here. And FDR no. That party no. And you know the court the constitution said. Some of the MP to cook with them, sir. But now for joining CPP at their father that I know. A man of 5 and 4 term. And the 10th year which I will see from the other parties in the Sir representative are done because I pack in the parties and only a demonstration. Our plateau, administrative capital, electoral commission. I don't know, it was a noise, but it was peaceful. No gun was thrown, nothing. There be a 2 year a warning shows. Any gas, not a year. And a party necessary demonstration within 3 days interval is a plateau. So I was surprised and very surprised. Say, Sardini and your phone say, there's a Côte d'Ivoire, CSB, and a Coup BNC, Coup BNC Côte d'Ivoire. And the same desire, I found what it is about Côte d'Ivoire. Coup BNC Hall.
Community Musa, Zawame can see a call Farouk. Bibia Beba. Now, Yamusai, a Kobasano, na a bino, a J, or cross internet, no. And not none about type, I say.
Oh, through internet, just only for people, public, Ivorians, not to start sending wild messages on Sakabino. Because they notice that soon after the demonstration, require coins to speak to see a clear any mass demonstration. Let the social media say, Alasa Watara, we are killing Côte d'Ivoire police and army, the junta. And you know, sir, when people start fueling information on the general public out there, especially the diasporans, that is what the public agitation, world agitation, African agitation, because Côte d'Ivoire, indeed, yes, the trouble is incubated, I know. Côte d'Ivoire, yes, in the next 2 years, we know that before the election next year, Côte d'Ivoire, there will be problem. Because of what is happening. Alas, and what are 4th term, African Union can Austria, ECOWAS can Austria, Oman Carigino, Repatriation, democratic dispensation, ECOWAS law, protocol, Yakan 17, what 2 terms, what 3 terms, or 4th term. There are some Codimano, Kwamina Duncan, none in you know. While Farmer Kwamina Duncan, and you Kwamina Duncan PP, I'm sorry.
Okay.
One farmer, now last and what other connected term, surprisingly. The party FDR or no mobile. Matao always surprisingly within 2-3 months almost started election campaign. And Uncle 4 years and what 2 terms in a year. I'm for money members. Bagayoko, Ibrahim Abi, the defense minister, whom the whole Ivorian keeps and obeying or succeeding on. Oh, yeah. Bagayoko, and Kulibali. Also, the Prime Minister, or Sabe and advisor, Kulibali within a matter of 4 months. Not all those ones will be innocent, or the best party, let their party know, and they are contesting the PDCE. Where Democratic Party of Côte d'Ivoire, a year of your very design, over 1 year party, the idea from 1960 up to 1999, over the year, friends saying, the coup, Robert you coup, now. That the FDP buyer, Laurent Bago buyer. So that party, and I know who said, Alasa Water, swap have checked 2 years later, 2 terms now. My party members, Kulibali, Bakayoko, and Asa Watau, people me sending in every year. And I'm the brother, the Prime Minister, Sabakawo, in Union. After today, Alasa Water, in terms of performance, you can only compare, I'm against his democratic system. Also attack democracy with 10. Or you could be an empire. But look at Chuma White. Now 15 years. Now Ghana from 1992, the democratic dispensation. Any election, peaceful transfer of power. Now last water came as a result of war time. Not could work. Ekuonaba, John Laurent Gbagbo 10 years. Now rebels are come out there. And Chuma White today, we can only compare to your friend is Senegal Abdouat. the 10 years in cry around President Kufuor and around your friends and your time. That development last and what year from Accra, when you have to Lubu, Côte d'Ivoire, and no way to Abidjan, Grand Bassam. That's express road. Now it's the express road, the wire from Abidjan to Bundugu. You can go to Bundugu within 4 hours. The journey that was to take about 9 hours. You can go to Danane, you can go to Dalawa, to Liberia border. Within a matter. And the 2 hours here, Japan, over bridge in Abidjan, they cross to Treasury. And they call you plateau, and they call Angry plateau near the Adeno. For the year 4 and after him, shall fly over Sinabidjan. I will not compare. Shall report for why your master export. Côte d'Ivoire, cleaning, like everywhere. The hospitals, like every hospital, we see all the Côte d'Ivoire. There's none in Africa. Go within this time. We give him that. But not that was ending. Let's say democracy. Bama be many into Bomu Bimko. And you share the democracy, any internal ties of politicians in India. And so because I need into Côte d'Ivoire, incubated, especially Laurent Gbagbo, and a Blegude. I am a strong person challenging Laurent Gbagbo, last hour about what I'm buying. Blegude or Ezal. It's one you say, be betimacy. But as we speak in India, Libya and Côte d'Ivoire. But we are looking at 1 year, 2 years, so international community next year elections come next year. So many man will be there. There will be another explosion in La Côte d'Ivoire. But until now, there's nothing in Côte d'Ivoire. It's very clear, sound, and peaceful in Abidjan.
Thank you so much. Your best had an eye. Dekeke. Ekasi dear Chra. Farouk Wahab, where international relations expert. And then natural commissaire, and what you and I am she be any baby. The Mohunu Nilano. And yet, and the may you very careful, pa. Was that may push international we see. And see, now for the next and I'm snow. And I'm afraid, Madame Fubia, one of you journalist. A war, Côte d'Ivoire. Nam no should be beer sense, and I'm a day way be children, and was see fake. And I may have him who told me.
Because dear, Coup, see, any or more.
You know more. So when I quite your Juma papa.
But I was offered, so I are catching so on true book. On why you be lawyer, I'm not from Pong. They know so trouble.
And that where what are you a bit to say, lawyer not from Pong, Farouk Wahab, a deep sunny, sa group, one more pin, papa, your cousin Nipa Bia. I'm
telling you. Enti nyamia nimnie e wo se wo moma ya kenka wo mo books e wo schools titiro JHS ne SHS
omo ye kopa
omo enyini ba no ne ehu sa ne ma we nyina me ka dubu ahen book me wa me kwa manko SHS me ko secondary school ye kenkan enti eboa e ma ye nyina ja ye suade
yo but ya wie sa no ye besa ko foreign bio ankasa
foreign ankasa international foreign we dey see local
na dey local
Yes. And Yanko Western Region, Bambo Bedre, one of my Western Regional Security Council, Rexec, and Yaka say, woman Yabrepa. Wamusama Penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Namo, Suotu, near the two Galamse Asieno, woman Yabresa, Wamusu, Edward Wajim, and now Coco Drew evaluate a Jomoro, Jura, and Potem Honomoa, Wama Quaco two and Crofa, Wamu two Galamse Susa. Ami yaka say woma je excavators makuma 8 ngoche emma akodie bi e ka wo mo ho ya yesi akodie na ye ka ne se broni fra no akodie weapons anu odin a wo mo de ball mo ho bai bra wo mo ye adwuma no wo mo nim se de wo mo ye ne nye na empanifo betu wo mo so sai bi asrafo asojafo beba enti wo mo kuta akodie a wo mo de ye wo mo adwuma ni nyina Rexec empanifo abamane se wo ma gine nyina eno ho amane bo na enkamfu ano wo mo se nsu ahodo ye a wo mo pumping ye pumping machines a wo mo de ye adwuma ɛne nneɛma ahodoɔ a wɔn use de yɛ adwuma nyinaa wɔn atumi agye wei ɛyɛ security operation a ɛnyɛ asraafoɔ nko a yɛ Ghana Immigration Service ɛno akyi Ghana Police Service ka ho bi CHRAJ Air Force Base foɔ no sojafoɔ no so ka ho nsuo sofoɔ ɛyɛ Naval Command foɔ no Western foɔ no ɛna afei 2nd Infantry Battalion yɛ mɛmma Sons of Men wɔn nyinaa ka ho bi ɛna tu saa anamɔ yi na wɔn wie yɛ ɛna Western Regional National Security Liaison Officer Brigadier General Musa Waja retired ɛbɔ amani akyerɛ sɛ wɔn ne nsa ato ne bo ɛna wɔahyɛ yɛ akyerɛ sɛ mantam no mu deɛ wo a wayɛ wadwe sɛ wobɛtu galamsey no anaa wobɛtu fagudie wɔ fam no
saa nkwalaa ne wɔn maame wɔn papa no abusuafo afiri hɔ no wankasa wafam wohu ne sɛn.
First of all, CHRAJ, they got it completely wrong. There are a lot of human rights being abused locally in Ghana. CHRAJ under the ages of 10, under the ages of 15, every north, Wale, Eba Accra, with the weight, average weight, our normal Nipedu down the way by 23. I swan in Yama about 50 kilos. Look, there are a lot of protocols and then declarations around the world. Human rights. First of all, immigration, beef. Say how they allow them to enter into the country before acting. I don't need the problem with immigration. But the fact say immigration, India citizens and any public group of persons, individuals, foreigners be now India homo mishandle homo and now say a condition only need documentation or a strike telling me say under the UN protocol charter, under the ECOWAS free movement charter, does it suggest or does it mean say any individual can cross to another country because the ECOWAS protocol? Now, undocumented, and is that what CHRAJ is trying to say? You know what? Child foreign, sorry, a nature foreign. Only any entry. Human rights, if you Togo. Human rights, if you Benin. Human rights, if you La Côte d'Ivoire. ECOWAS free movement. ECOWAS permit to live, right to work. Minina ewo. But then also what CHRAJ refuses to understand is that the conditions under which the person or the persons free another country, i.e. Chad and Niger, answer is no. I.e. Ekuonaba, answer is no. There have been an answer Bibi Baya, Niger, Chad. These countries were declared drought, famine, and hunger by UN and then by ECOWAS and world international bodies in 1995, 1992, 1982, and 2005. At that time, they declared country and said, when you're droughts, when you're famine, when you're hunger, also to man, maybe I'll be reality. And now said there is a civil uprising, civil war ongoing. If you take that one aside, which in the case of Niger, no, it is not. It is Obaha in such a style, one, why abuse the Ghana Immigration Law and the Immigration Act, the Bajashira Director, OTR, on Fapen, the protocols. Women break immigration law. And finally, we're undocumented. And finally, either approved or unapproved routes. The bottom line said, or by us an ECOWAS citizen, free movement. The free movement does not tell you, say, Brabeda Street is so. Abraham High Dive, Abraham Hotel, not Ronfinia Home for so, and answer Brabeda Street is so, next is car. So they are not refugees. Because Niger enlisted among the refugee nations in West Africa. It will be economic beggars. Economic begging, then the migration, the local authorities, or no discretion to arrest, to deport. But the difficulty here, and it's immigration cannot deport. deportation woman to me and said Togo all the commander Togo need document for almost say or how number Faba won't mean prove to Togolese authorities say or move your mother by and they identified as Niger. What's also in Niger? Omudu border no man sasoso family and be go small be no room. Document be an quarantine quarantine so free Niger. Which my minister so free Niger. Where will you take them to? Something like so in Nigeria because of Oka House. Where do you take them to? Any one, two. Immigration. Ultimately, so much go a flower border. And what you mean for more call a friend saying, Belga, what you mean for more call Sabuba, and what you mean from call Sankasi, what you mean from Koboko, because almost free, Niger about to move Burkina, it is also not possible. And the whole immigration for 18 hours. But the arrest and the mob exercise, main trend arrest, mob exercise in India, they are right. Now, let's see a crime for Soba. Niger no more. The Niger Republic, we about 27 million. Our major tribe is the Hausa tribe. And our next tribe, it can do reform. And your work is in there for. And no more Buzu for. And your Fulani, and your Busu, and your Telabeli. And the South tribes, Hausa form. Only a major language in Tobiaka. But in Tranon Bahano, they are not houses, but they speak Hausa. Only through the northern tip of Niger. Official about Algeria border and Mali West. Any Algeria, each one up. Ono extra more than 600 to 1,000 kilometers on the desert. And we feel over. When we say Niger for any big back, now we take care man, I didn't see that. Because Nikrom Niger, no. So if we Asamaka, and over Arlet. Ofi Arlet and Oba Zender. Ofi Zender, Oba Agadas. From Agadas, Oba Nyami. Ofi Nyamia. Only Nigeria border, either saw enter through Sokoto. And also enter through Ebia, Nigeria, Gongola side. And also Komina, cross Niger. If you look at it from the angle, say, Sofi Arlet, no Oba. Niger law, Onani Krum, Patrol. Mama CHRAJ director won't be. Niger Nankasen Coup. So few were classy. Now we could look at CBM. The OBB from frontier distance kilometer. 17 kilometers border. Meaning says, Sawoba Accra. And can do someone to Accra 17 kilometers. And that's a stop over. Yes, your card is issue. Yes, your card entity. Yes, your reason bank and how they call capital. So this and granting tribe no home. Either can you reform. On any club or free one, want me mazen there. On to me maga, that's easy. And the woman said, almost smugglers. I own the smuggling crown, any mammy for a do moba. And that is how the operation works.
Okay. Wahab, brainings, Mammy Remukakra. Now, what can you know? Yati, as they say, CHRAJ penny, or can it be kind, or so fairly, a Juman wa fairly ewo. Na, say, yen a day, yen yas saw modiaco, ne ye bisa bione say, yabu mrebiso, nemrana yabusono, Ghana, ebehaya or babyana.
Unless immigration to make action, so Niger. Which are doubts. The best immigration will try to do so in Togo. So Togo find you woman, you find immigration for Domoko. I want any idea CHRAJ will be here. On the sick CHRAJ budget Kakatano. Only immigration in your workshop. Now workshop, these are things you don't wait until the issue because CHRAJ director and to me can't say. So on airport road, on circle. When I'm casual road, almost I'm trying to go and then I CHRAJ your family. Have they done anything about it? Because migration, like I'm saying, we have a simple linear FIFA. When they mob the kids, no matter to pass them, no matter because the protocols in the council, that's what you could see in the mother country. Now, migration, the cast the other door saying, I will to me the evening Kagana, Mawalu, Kobetim in Braco. Which is about 1,500 kilometers from here. It is not possible. We're going to be finding for Burkina. or the Nico Beto would renew Benin, no Benin, no for what you mean, because Benin is Subaka Sanyaho. And you want immigration need to do. What CHRAJ needs to do, so advice, CHRAJ, my advice is said, immigration free, how much can be a budget in be. Now, when you're strong border, now making sure, say, Sabit, not be 10 hour after any other borders, no, one tight in ye. We're making sure, say, some trying to do Bahano, any Niger for Dumbahano. One woman undocumented because Togo, my woman's now. They need my woman's now. Nigeria don't go at the claim so many Nigerians, but Nigeria for no, they don't allow them to show my name to I'm sorry to say, but they don't like Nigeria. And across border in Nigeria, woman said the safe haven, that be a safe sky Ghana. Ghana for child yet, Ghana for so Ghana migration in police in Chomo. What danger in Côte d'Ivoire? Almost am crying now. On the Empantuma, I will go and to Ombuds, no more to us. It is that inhuman, as you know. And woman Côte d'Ivoire, because the human rights does not mean that all breaking immigration protocols and immigration laws of the country. And your honor, I'm sure I got it wrong. Now, I'm trying woman now, if you're 2 years, if you're 1 month, if you're 2 months, woman sounds I'm trying your woman way. I want to share inform my drink because said, Mammy, for now, so much that you are not selling, and that second bridge national. Mobile phone to my she said, woman won't crash him. They're giving birth. I'm trying to my mini didn't free, and she had 3, 4, 5 years ago. I'm trying to pay when you're 6 months, you're Ghana. Hospital by 0. Moreover, only you nipa, Seminole, Yawama, Yasu and paying for Mobusas and Niger for a tour. So, woman who are hanging on Domoko, I know who be
what besides some of I know.
Baby, how much it's in one say more. They dig them around no Monsieur Crown or Romoko. They don't care. Are we aware? And you don't ban any business. One about or the mother 10. A man on 1 year back one and you. Omaka and the brother, the uncle, the imam, no Domaba, or Domoba, or council, 1 year or more. Sabano, or no, we are better cranny and a papana, or Spondano, Amaniga business can. And Domoba, what did you do? One was some pediase. Now, my name for Magagiano, and my best for them the Biana say, then be pushing crown. What's this canoe and be a windy? And then I'm trying to be a discount woman for Romoko because said the wine is canoe. When the man says come for the day, windy. CHRAJ patrol, what a tell you, Anamuda. Human rights, you know, I come Jim Crown says in canoe. CHRAJ, one woman's car. We haven't given them money. So long as you continue to mention human rights, then you are exacerbating the stories and the problems of these Nigerian people. It is a contrary holistic approach in solving the issue. It is not about coming to raise the human rights protocols, ECOWAS protocols, and ECOWAS and your friends, etc. That is not how it works. Because locally in Ghana, no, Mama example of Wale, and Krana Womuda, your friend is saying, Dakuman. Omuda Zungo Junction, now Omuda, your friend is saying, other places, Malata Market. Has human rights gone there? If they said they will not, they will force the gender ministry and the state authorities to relocate them because Women and Fra, and human rights activists. So we are human rights activists, and Suzuka human rights. And immigration on phone here. But it came too late. And too late immigration for, and Fran would you because tell them, say, I have said you can't send them because no country will receive them. They're undocumented. And immigration will be there. They should begin now. Either to enlist them or they see more. Also prove to the Niger embassy. Say they are Nigerians. Or prove to Niger embassy. As immigration project, they say passe. Not the immigration transfer and factor because we need plane. No more from crossing Niger border. And if you would say passe, no, obey approved routes by Togo. Obey my five flower, a Lakoji, Seme border, no, the never Nigeria. No migration, no, is Ghana deporting. What transfer the Naka could do to Côte border and the never room. Can migration do that? No. But one thing that I have to put on records Ghana, you took on the whole Africa. we're taking Nigeria citizens in terms of numbers because of population. The country in Africa, what you can, the whole African continent is Ghana. Nobody can argue because we have the records. South Africa, you only land in Ghanaian. Togolese only land in Ghanaian. If you pick it country by country, and the a country for Ghana to country any other country in Africa because the whole Ghana we have Botswana for two. The Botswana we have Ghana for about 300 or 500 in that order.
Okay.
The Ghana 24. It is a cast repercussions, sir. And no now because they are handle over here. Other countries in the sub-region and Africa at large, because Ghana phone call. And you handle it with diplomatic care.
Okay.
But we haven't broken any laws of human rights.
Okay. Say ye mumre bia so said ya wo kana. Ghana hey ye hwede bia nkwale ba no mo ba said ya wo kire mu no ye behu a de bechi bebre no mugu ha de bia bebre no mugu ha enne kra immigration for so masesa dodo e de kono me la pass so he ya still kakra ne nam ho ene me kwa court cycle na bi wo ho car ne park ye traffic ma chi ye ya ena ba ko be jana na mis na nye ne ese ye de mu nyina akoi na eno no kakra na aka no na yempam wo mo nso nko ana se kakra na aka se de wo kan yen document wom na yen ka se omo ye Ghana fo ana so omo ye Niger fo ebere so ye de won beko
I mean so the Nigerian community a o mi na o kaswa nkra na wa ha no ebu ayi bridge wo ma na Niger fo na wukruma na no na o ma ware wo ma at the age of 9 at the age of 13 Otiko Jaba honorable Mbetima Busano she raised this issue. Time and Niger for Wukruma, child to Wukruma, while and class 7-8 years. Human rights no more him. Now, what document you, one I'm sure said, so person deport you, you must properly go to Niger embassy and proof. So we are Niger for. You must be able to secure what is called laissez-passer because one of them ban a boy will lie and the boy from the council. And the crime will stateless from there by birth. At best, it will setless. You are in transit, petrol station, lorry park, and crime be highway being a woman. Police states. It is out in the Niger embassy. Although Sunday Mamma should say passé, ne Mamma Pataka, ne Mamma identity. Mamma no more unique identity because also Niger, Pepem Plano. And the Niger embassy would also not give you paper, even though you say these are Kanuri people, even though you say these are Buzu. Even though you say where Jema for, even though you say where Gruma for, Ghana Gruma will be in Crown Bicam. It is all chat and walk up Gruma. Rockers are Ghana, Mother didn't be for him. What in us or custom guy? Let us go to Ghana, I didn't be for him. And in the process, we need to sit down. Some of us, these are things we handle at the international level. We've done it at the highest level. Even Europeans. They are documenting of migrations, any lesser kind of refugees cross-border, any home identity, how to establish and how to prepare them, and then send them back. You don't call it deportation, but you call it repatriation. You are not deporting them, they haven't committed any crime. You are only repatriating them to where they came from. And repatriation is not the same thing as deportation. There should be a way how to prepare them. How do we approach? So they are called Niger Embassy. Now Niger Embassy said, on you, Ghana when you bid our Germany. One ATM also at Germany, when you bid that. Say German faction, you have to walk or show your gun and was in your gun and me. But you got some Sierra Leone because that comes Sierra Leone and no more. How do you prove? What do you found? And the same issue here. So what's not a house? That's what's in man your owner. What they then handle the for. And we have to take it with proper care. And then we must go to what is called diplomatic appraisal and advancing services. For us to inform the system and for it to adopt and adapt strategy diplomatically, how to do the passage of moving them out. Is that what the CHRAJ is talking about? Is that what they are talking about? You don't come out and just start issuing because you have to say we are the Vaticans and even Vatican for deportation or Vatican repatriation or local Vatican for vampire now tell you and clear they repatriate you. What about that? What would you repatriate?
Our how base say they say the energy CHRAJ asem no because yamwambo akrata no na yempe emfanto baby so sense no mo kan de e said am ko baby.
I'm sorry with that reservation. She said mama the reasons CHRAJ what were you being workshops and case will be in your case official no idea about sick and yet another no one issue report. CHRAJ has a budget and you've seen them. These are side cases. And tribal atmosphere being situation being how many the down on things, only have your name, almost says that is CHRAJ. Human rights. What you Musika, United Nations Mosika, Unity of Mosika, UNHCR Mosika, won't go with CHRAJ one budget and the Mawu. Is that government of Ghana and more budget? All the international agencies in Yamujiska more. Again, Amujiska, how do you fund? What do you do with your money? Some workshop in there somewhere. And Kiaka San CHRAJ, Mudim Sika, every black woman national service for. I create voluntary. I'm almost sensitizing. I have migration. I prepare crown. The matter say, okay, a high car. VIP, 300 buses. That's not you, the secretary of Ghana migration, because interior budget is fat. I am already overstretched. Yeah, who's a Ghana CHRAJ, who promote you. Now, Sikana, the Majuano, would be yes, Jumano. Now, we won't call an idea. September, Squana, don't be doing the share border. Would you want to manage your government? With proper protocols of documentation called a permit de say, laissez passer. Now, when a permit to be out, which I'll say, well, you're Nigerian, what proofs? Because can be a black, be a black Chadians, a bit of Gongola state of Nigeria. And I'm going to go and see a real woman, a boy running the only know why I'm too original. Sadly, only sadly, you want to almost a drink cannot try to be home in Namon. You have the Benny Dino Casame Benny, there be only women.
Na say ya ka CHRAJ dia ye kwaye nim waka say and CHRAJ for omunya workshops near Ghana Immigration Service ye yinkwale ya o mawofo ya wo ebinum ewo trotro mu ya wo ebinum ewo kwantinfi ya wo ebinum oba stop na stations no ne ade Ghana Immigration Service adwuma no wo mon fanfa benkuma na nifa said ye be ya ye border ne so wo bi ba ye be hu ni se maame asomasi wo firi hin na wo kɔ hin e na wo twam akɔ hin na wo tra kɔ hin na wo bia sɔre waka ese meteka mu me boy Ghana wa basa afi yesesa na kwa na kɔye asɛm foforo.
Something I will not necessarily put on record, but for the purpose of this information I will leak out. In 2016 I myself, when I'm here, the consultancy of the police, they train the Scorpions from Czech Republic, the procurement, with Honorable Michael Yongo, First Bafo, any others. 27 state officials, and I'm doing called Czech Republic. Ghana Immigration put in application because they were part of the exercise. Mumusa Ghana, CHRAJ for said, Ghana Immigration, such a big service, a Juma woman, Yana Brown, bread. Border patrol benefit kill our crime. Have you asked? Ghana Immigration, what we say, kill crime. Now, Kwana, Banazim is one papa, only armed. I'll give me some chronic to crab one or two. For your information, Border Patrol of Ghana Immigration, NIPA 5, no motorbike, motorbike. Motorbike, your father, Ukadam. NIPA 5, and then NIPA 5, immigration for markets here, a money trackers here, only the time to see the patrol border. How can they patrol the border? Same agent can no one. How to resuscitate and then also to resource the migration. Only intercom. Migration bien noir, okra, Motorola. Migration bien noir, okra, ni asisa Motorola, see their national security. Immigration on the border. I'll let my communicate with the counterpart. They don't have any communication gadget. They don't have one weapon. Now they put that cyber border. And I do 2 a.m. Nipa Basri. Not Fulani Frodian and Chicken. Would you not know much of my boom? Now you may know. None even in a Martin shine. You have not got to cyber border. Border post. A dining hall. Immigration for Bennett border. We a Lubu. We a Boko. Now you got a border. Now by the year of flow. Now you some few you was in region the other some few. Some immigration border post toilet crowd. Sadly, Ghana Immigration to border. I'm sorry, I'll use crude word. Now, CHRAJ, you are telling me. Said, woman in Europe, ask the Ghana Immigration Service. Now, no university, you are an officer, you are promotuno, you are not to border. Now, Sabi, we're Jan and I, boot. So immigration officer, one kind of once a book can engineer or more to half of the city. We find immigration. And I put on record said when we secured and procured the weapons, Ghana government one weapon on immigration. One. But over officer at that time, Mr. Sapon, okay, who be no mere fight immigration for quiet. 227 state officials, 6 tickets were procured for me. Not Ghana government, for them to secure that weapons. When it's from Bima, one immigration be. So the immigration office will practice so. Now the border, now the drama, yeah, the drama man border.
Asemo ora Wahab ma ye na wase na ye mfenso ye sua de pa na se de waka ne ate ase ye nheda emu mra bia so Ghana ha ene amanoni nyina mra bia ni wa ye buso de a ene se Ghana fo bo wa baso pa oba Facebook a Benjamin Novo o se fantastic Wahab mo we eye Abija owusu o se Mr. Wahab well done eno na waka no na se ensem no wa ye ni pa Facebook fo no so Bowa Basupa Edmond Danso or say well done. Tis a well done idea. I said then for to check at the man. Yet I say what bread and no wadaji pa and then you mrewenya Eddie Amaye. Open any dream come a experienced diplomatic and investment consultant or say expert in international relations, Africa and world politics and governance. Onoyan for Farouk Wahab. Na Sanko mobo we nti Ghana yetisi mu enkramantam a ene Ghana fo bi kodi nkomo ne ebisa am se ebra na nkwala ne nam ye monten so bankere ene o mo maame num ye hu se fie sika na apie banana ya point no sister no ban koso nim ka koso nim jiskabra na se obe osan na ho saa na no Ghana fo bi a kire o madwen ye ntie nsem a wo mo di tu dwai
enti immigration service no e was so making sure say checkpoint bia has our foreigners na efa edibura omenu a so mo he no musiam o man ne yen de nti si anhwa anya ne yi a obi a ono oti ofi ba bi no ono ba ba say man o man no e de amai o mo ba krom no ni ansa so mo ye e say o mo tunton sa drugs yi no ni e hu say bi no de bottle na okura not on drugs police for whom instead of some back chichi woman chichi woman among tons are red no many drugs ranty fa a how woman omunya na omo tuntum bien ti na mo nche san microphone na mo stop woman so mo ja omo free
omo do mo wase na so da ha bebre ba na just omo ye nwura gu abontere dodo ana ye nimi aso ye we no muti ko private ni ade sia ka no mo no wo ko omo kasa no so ye ntinti omo ka na ha ye kakra ba ban ya de o we for mo ko so aboy kwan bebre so cause ama akra ta ko kama dem abola no ko swat kakra